Welcome. Thank you for joining us for the Social Machine version 4.0 release webinar. Hi, I'm Brian Isbell. I'm the Principal Cloud Evangelist at Ethereos, and I also have with me Brett Schoeneman.
Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm Brett Schoeneman. I'm the Product Manager for the Social Machine, and I'm extremely excited today to present with Brian all the great new features that we released for version 4.0 of TSM.
Before we do that, let's quickly review our safe harbor statement. Ethereos is a division of Digi International, and we are a publicly traded company. Today in our webinar, we may make forward-looking statements about future releases or functionality. So with that, keep in mind and make sure you make all of your purchasing decisions based on current features and functionalities that are available on our products. Today we'll be taking a look at the Social Machine version 4.0 release features. We currently deliver releases 3 times a year. Each release automatically brings our customers the latest updates in features, performance, and security. Social Machine 4.0 is scheduled for release on March 12th. In 4.0, our release features include an enhanced machine view, machine processor enhancements, enablement of communities, and performance, scalability, and reliability enhancements. You'll now be able to graph multiple data streams on the same graph. We've also included many other features to make the visualization and graphing really easy to use and understand. So we've added a legend on each graph with the multiple sensors. It allows you to toggle streams on and off with the click of a mouse. We've also added a hover pop-up that displays the stream values at any particular point in time. This allows you to easily compare data points from different streams. And then we've also added a print function to the graph that allows you to easily print the visualization so that you can share it and collaborate on a specific graph. So Brett, can you expand on the value of being able to visualize multiple data streams on a graph?
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I'd like to switch over to the Social Machine here, and you can see that on the screen right now. I'd like to play out a sample scenario where I'm Bobby. I am a support agent for ABC Mining Company, and my company has just purchased a connected product solution, in particular the Social Machine, as you can see up here. And my company is interested in monitoring the tank levels of its assets. And we want to be notified when the tank levels become below a certain threshold so we can roll a truck out there to fill them back up. And as I've logged in for the day, I've clicked down through my initial dashboards and reports, and I've gone down to a particular case. And while I was clicking through those reports and dashboards, I found that for the past 2 months, the cases have essentially doubled in frequency of being created for this tank refill. And that's alarming to me because in this region, we should only be refilling tanks about 1 to 2 times a month. So, clearly there's an issue there. And so I've made my way down to the case, and I'm going to open up a social device here, and I'm just going to show you guys the value and the enhancements that this multiple graph overlays. So as I said, I'm interested in the fuel level, and let me open up a graph here to show you what that looks like. So generally, we like to see a gradual decrease in the level of fuel after it's been refilled, that indicates usage throughout the week or 2 weeks, and then we refill it. So this is alarming to me because I can see on this graph the fuel level has dropped from 98% to 50% extremely fast, very drastically. So that's going to indicate to me that there is in fact a problem, although I don't know exactly what it is. And that is the real value that this multiple stream overlay brings, is that a single graph tells you the what. But when you overlay another disparate data stream, it's going to tell you the why. You're going to be able to correlate these 2 data streams to really provide that higher level of analysis and really figure out what that issue is. So, I have some guesses as to what this could be. It could be spillage or a leak in the fuel tank, but that generally happens when the device is turned on, when that tank and that engine is moving. That's when that fuel loss is going to occur, that sharp drop. So let's overlay engine usage on top of the same graph so we can see what the heck's going on here. So as you can see, we can turn that on. It's very easy to use interface. We've got fancy sliders here, and let's graph it and see what we get. So we go back to a month's worth of data, and this graph looks a little crazy, but I promise it's pretty easy to understand. And let's zoom in here. So as you can see, we've overlaid engine usage in blue here over fuel level. And as Brian was talking about before, we've got this great legend that allows us to easily toggle on and off streams, and it auto scales the axis here. And then in addition to this legend, we've got a great pop-up, so you don't have to try to hover your mouse over each stream in particular. You get the full picture of the values of these at any given point in time, so it's really fantastic. And so now that we've overlaid this engine usage, we're able to see that in each case of this fuel level dropping from 98% to 50%, the engine was turned off. So now I know that this is not leakage or spillage. It's actually theft. Someone is siphoning off that gas. And so as you can see, without this higher level of analysis, without being able to correlate these 2 or 3 or 4 data streams, we wouldn't have got the whole picture, and we would have kept wasting money rolling trucks out there and refilling this tank when in fact all we needed to do was put a 30-cent sensor on there. And now when the cap is removed at midnight, we can fire an alarm through our great device cloud into the social machine and have it notify a security guard to get over there ASAP and catch these bandits. So with that, back to Brian to discuss more of the great TSM features for version 4.0.
Thanks, Brett. Also with our new machine view, we have included the capability to filter data streams. So now an administrator on a device such as this one with a lot of data streams showing can choose which of those streams are shown to the users of the social machine. So given the example or the scenario where maybe one of these streams contains confidential information, it'd be a great reason to hide a stream. Or if we have a bunch of streams and we want to hide less relevant ones, just to bring focus to the more relevant ones for the end users of the social machine. This is a great feature. So we've also added some enhancements to our machine processes. So machine processes is really the workflow engine for the social machine. So as events are fired in the device cloud and flow through to the social machine and Salesforce.com, we can now act on those events. And we've added some additional fields to include in that context when we are taking action on those alarms. So case subject is one, also opportunity name and description, as well as task comments. As you can see here in the action attributes, you're able to use the substitution tags to bring in device context into these actions here. We've also had the ability to declaratively send an email from an action that's fired off a machine process. So I'm going to jump to a social machine instance here and just take a look at this real quick. So now we're in the social machine. We look at the machine processes tab, and you'll see we have a machine process defined for that low fuel level alarm that we had talked about in Brett's example. So if we click through that machine process, we have set up several trigger actions that will fire when a low fuel level is detected. So you can see here we're going to create a case, we're creating some chatter, and we can also create an email now. So that was created by just a few clicks of a button. You see here, we hit add new trigger action. These are the types of trigger actions that we can fire, and one of those is send email. And we can continue on to configure that. You'll see how easy it is to set up an email to go out to the relevant stakeholders for this alarm. We can choose any existing email template that exists in our organization, and we can also use these substitution tags to bring device context and alarm context into the email and deliver that right to the end user and stakeholder. And you can see here in the carbon copy and blind carbon copy, we've built some automatic searching in here. So if you begin typing a name, it'll look against the relevant email addresses in the organization, whether it be contacts or users, and allow you to just select with the click of a mouse that recipient. All right. Next, Communities enabled the social machine with version 4.0. This will allow you to build customer and partner communities around your connected products and the social machine, enable all the great benefits of Salesforce.com communities. As you know, Salesforce.com communities enable you to engage employees, customers, partners, suppliers, distributors, dealers, and other interested parties and stakeholders. By extending the social machine to communities, you can now empower self-service and foster collaboration around your connected products. You can do this in a way that lets you extend your company brand and control the environment to provide a secure experience for your external stakeholders. All the social machine features can be enabled right out of the box for communities. You can also extend and customize the social machine for your customers and partners to elevate engagement to a whole new level. As a powerful example, imagine providing a community for your customers to log in and manage and control their own devices. Let's say connected hot tubs. It's been a long day at work. I've got a cold drive home in Chicago traffic, and I know I'm ready to enjoy a drink in a warm hot tub when I get home. Since we've extended a simple mobile interface to that customer via the social machine and customer communities, pre-warming his hot tub can be nothing more than a click of a button from his phone. As developers, we can use familiar technologies to bring this level of engagement to life. So with the social machine, communities, and a simple Visualforce page, and a little bit of Apex code to make web service calls to Ethereos' Device Cloud's REST API, we could enable any number of value-added services for our customers and partners. And then finally, we've made a performance, scalability, and reliability enhancement around OAuth tokens. So with 4.0, OAuth tokens have been refactored for increased scalability. For our customers managing many device clouds, we've now removed that limit of 5 synchronized device clouds for a social machine instance. Now that limit's been completely removed, and the OAuth tokens can scale to our larger customers. So, quick conclusion to recap: our 4 major feature areas for the Social Machine 4.0 were the new and enhanced machine view, our machine processor enhancements, communities have been enabled, and our OAuth tokens have been refactored for scalability. TSM 4.0 is scheduled for release on March 12th. For more information and to begin working with the Social Machine and Device Cloud by Ethereos, please visit ethereos.com/signup for your free trials and developer accounts. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact us by our website address there or by phone. And thank you very much for your time.